Hey, Becky, we're back. And today I'm back for another BFBB/movie modding the tutorial video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a hovering platform. Well, it doesn't have to be something that moves. Basically, anything you want to move, like custom objects you make, and you can make them move too. I've done it before, I think, or I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's been a while. Maybe I haven't tested it. Well, you can do it obviously, but it may be there's simps it's probably I don't know. But I'm just showing you how to make anything you want that you have on move points. I'm showing you, or I guess I'm showing you how this works. So this is a move point object, and I'm going to show you in this video how to make the object reset, and then how to make it reset plus it stops moving, so it won't have that problem where you make it stop moving but it's too high up and then you have to go on the trigger or press a button and then make it move again and then wait for it to get back to where you are and then make it stop moving at that point. So when you come back, it's right where it started, so you can use it later. Now, I mean, this is much better now. Now I'm going to show you how to actually do it. So the thing will actually reset and stop moving, and it goes to its default position. What I mean is, it starts at its the XY where it spawns. You know where you have it spawned. So let's say it's already moving to move point number 4. You can literally reset it right back to the beginning, but it will, if you don't tell it to stop moving, it's going to start moving immediately because you didn't tell it to stop moving on top of it. So this is how you're going to do this. So this makes it more polished. So for those that don't know how this, haven't done this stuff, it'll be helpful. So, okay, this is my new test level. My old test level actually broke. I don't know what happened to it, but it broke. I had to, and for once, I didn't have a backup of the file for some reason. Yeah, it broke. So I didn't mind. I'm actually okay with it being destroyed because it was just a bunch of green blocks that took up too much space. It's probably too much stuff. And now I use Blender, so I made a basic model, and sized it up so I can test stuff out here. This is literally just a test map. It's a pretty giant map. It doesn't look that big actually in the editor. When you go in the game, it's pretty damn big. I made it, well, it's not this big. In Blender, it was actually too small. So I had to go in Dusty Park and resize it. But you can do that. So here it is. So here's the everything. I've already done it actually, but I'm going to show you how you do it. So you guys can do it. So you guys can do it yourself. For those that want to make the mods. This works. This will work for both BFBB and Movie. I guess also technically Scoob, because Scooby does have buttons and does have things that move. So I guess it can work. This probably works for all free games, I'm pretty sure. I don't really focus on modding BFBB and Movie. Scooby, I don't mod too much, but I probably will at some point. But I like taking stuff from the game and putting in and slapping it in the movie game, because the characters and models and stuff, all that stuff. That's funny. Anyway, so there's move points. So they're pretty high up, but they will move. If you turn the motions on, they start to move. Turn motion on, it starts to move. And then it's going to go up to all 5. It goes up, and then it goes all around the map. Then it will go back to here. So, but let's say if you jump off the platform, you jump back to here, and then you want to, let's say you fall off or something happens, and you want the platform to go back to where you were, so you have to wait for it to jump back on it. Well, you don't have to do that with this tutorial video I'm going to show you. So what you do, is what you need for this is first, I made the thing hittable, so you can whack it and it starts to move. Yeah, so this platform does not move on its own. I turned the move point. I turned the hovering platform. I went into the flags, and there's a flag called stop. Don't start moving. Yeah, there's a flag called don't start moving, and move points in there. There's a flag called don't start moving, and it's set to false. You set it to true. So now when the level starts, this isn't going to start moving. So you don't want it to move because you want it to be able to get. If it keeps moving, it's gonna be already moving when the level starts and won't be at move point 1. So you don't want that to happen. You want to be able to jump on it and then tell it to move, or hit it, tell it to move, press a button, tell it to move, And however you want to make your mod. This is just me teaching you things so then you can go about however you want to make your mods. This is what, I'm covering things like this, so it's going to give you knowledge to make your own mods. You don't have to, like, because you can do whatever you want, because you can play around with it. This stuff, you can tell it to move by hitting it, by whacking the side of it, which is not the best idea, because this is a small platform. It's not the best for doing it with this one, but the floating blocks it is, because they're bigger. This, you can't stand on top of it and rack it. I didn't, or maybe you can be on the very edge and then you have to hit it. I'll try it when I load the level. But for me, I have to hit it. I have to jump and kind of hit the side, and I don't get on top of it, so it doesn't really work. But it doesn't matter. I can just put a trigger above it, like right above it, like right on the thing. Not here, but kind of right here, and then tell it to start moving. Tell it the thing to run the platform when I jump on top of it. If you want to know how to make platforms start and stop moving, the video was on my channel a couple days ago. I made a video on that. So if you haven't done that, you should probably watch that one, because this is going to teach you how to make them stop and start moving. But if you've already watched that video, then, or watch it later after this one, whatever. But yeah. Anyway, so first what you need to do, try to cover this. You put the hovering platform in, and then you need to add the move points. And these are the move points. Move point 1 all the way to 5. And these work as like this. Like I've said, I'll cover a little bit of it I'll just explain what move point 1 needs to be programmed to go to 2, and 2 has to be programmed to go to 3. 3 has to go to 4. 4 goes, and then 4, the last one is the 5th one. So the last one, you tell it to go to the first one. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like this. You go in here, I'll show you what I mean. This is the first one, but you tell it, click on it, you tell it to go to number 2. So HV stands for hover, I just named it that for short. /MP for move point, you need to put that there, /02, and then when you open up the O2, you tell O2 to go to 3, yeah, and then the last one goes to the first one, so I'll show you what I mean. Like this one should say the first one. That's right, that's how you do it. Let me just open this again. Yeah, see, 01. So it's going to go in the path and then go back, and then go in the path and then go back. Unless you tell it to stop, it's going to keep doing this indefinitely, moving. So how you tell it to stop, the damn thing to stop moving, is you would go into the platform itself, or you add a trigger just above it, or a button, and you just type this in. You make whatever you want to, this is up to you. You don't need to hit the thing in this video. You can make a button, but you need to go into whatever you're using to start the moving. If you want the platform to be hit, you click on the platform itself, go to links, and what you do is you go to here, and you do this. You take this in the links events, you type hit. So when the player hits this thing, when you hit it, it's gonna send the thing to start to run, which means it's gonna start to move. You have to put, not start moving, run. That threw me off, because there's literally an option in the Duster Park that says start moving. Yeah, I thought that's what you have to type. No, apparently that's not what it means. It's like for moving SFX. It's just stupid. It doesn't work. I don't know why that setting's kind of weird. It tells you to start moving, but it doesn't actually say, it doesn't start moving it. Yeah, you have to put hit, run, or button press. If you're using a button to start the thing, it will be button press, run, name of the hovering platform. Whatever you're using to start the thing, you put the first word will be whatever it is. Like for pressing buttons, it's button press. For hitting it, it's hit, run, platform. Or whatever your custom object is called. You just type in the name of it, or if you forget the name of it, you can just copy it in the header and then paste it here. And then it will be there. And then you hit OK, and you go back, and if it stayed, it worked. Make sure it's all there. Let me know it's working. So this links. There you go. That's how you start it. That's how you tell it to start moving. So it won't start moving indefinitely when the level starts. So now there's a way to make it start moving. Once you've done that, then you want to click on your object that you made it. Then you want to put a button or a trigger. And I did a button for this. Button red 01. And I'll show you, it's right here. Yeah, right there. And then you would go to edit data. And then you go to back to your events, which is links. Yeah, these things are very, this is how you mess with the game and edit everything. And then there's free in here. So what you do is you click add, and then you put in this. You type in, but it will give you options in here. So you just type, the new editor is fantastic. It gives you a lot of options that you can, if you don't, it gives you, when you put the B or start of the word, it will come up with a lot of options. So that's one improvement I really actually like. The old editor, it didn't even tell you what were in there. You didn't even know what would be in here. You had to type almost a full word. So, yeah, the new one's actually a lot better in that regard. Holy shit. That's a quality of life change I really like. That, honestly, the editor really has gotten good now. Except for the bug with layers. And in BFBB Industrial Park, if you watches this or someone that works in this program, the layers get bugged. When you add custom editor files, it puts everything in the wrong place. Texture layer gets down below. Model layer gets moved. It scrambles the layers, and you have to go in and manually organize them. Not a big thing. You can just, but it's kind of confusing. When you have so much stuff, it's going to be annoying to fix it all the time. So if there's ever an update that comes out, I'm just telling you a bug. Plus, the randomizer doesn't work. The randomizer doesn't actually work, like the new one. It's very glitchy, and it's literally on my channel. I made a video on it, and people have watched it. So, if you guys want, if you guys ever talk to Igor, please tell him about that, because it's kind of hard to, I don't know. I just hope he gets. I hope he actually it's so hard. It's just sad seeing the randomizer be broken when it's something that most people will want to play with, and he said he added new settings, but it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, he added new stuff to it apparently, but you can't actually see it because you can't even get the games to work. Scooby-Doo works with bare minimum settings, but he even says in the Industrial Park patch notes that you can actually use the Heavy Mod Manager and add more randomizer effects. Huh? How? And what do you do? I don't know. But the BFBB doesn't work, and Movie Game loads up. BFBB won't even work. Movie Game will load up, but load up the levels with no GSP. It's all invisible. And Scooby-Doo will not work either unless you put the bare minimum settings on. In short, the randomizer has some problems. It's funny because remember how it had problems a couple years ago? Yeah, and then it got back to being really, really good. And it had the rainbow gradients. It had all that. You guys see that randomizer I showed you just a video ago? That's actually the 1.79 version. That's not the newest versions. Yeah, like I've said. Anyway, back to this. The first part is button. So in button or whatever you want the object to stop move, to tell it to it's button pressed, reset, name of your object, whatever your thing is that's moving. That's what you have to do. In my case, hovering platform. Then you would, if you want more events, like I've showed you in my tool series, you would copy, paste, and it will duplicate the same words, but then you add something, you can add new things to the event. So I put button press, same thing, stop, the name of the object. So now what happens is the first part tells it to reset back. So let's say the hovering platform, let's say there's a move point that's right here. Let's say it moves to here. If I press, when you press this button and it says reset here, it's going to go right back to here without me having to it's going to know, it instantly would teleport. You're going to see that. It goes right back to it. So if it's, let's say you fall off the platform and you're like, I gotta wait for it to all come all the way back to me. No more of that. You just press this button, and then if you put that there, it would reset it. And then you can immediately jump back on it and try again. You don't have to wait for it to come back. And then, come on. And then the next, but it will reset and then start moving for you again because you didn't tell it to stop moving. So then you have to put button press, stop, move, stop. Then it will go here and then it won't move. until you jump on it and hit it again, or to start moving with a button, whatever you want to do in your mod. It's your mod. You do what you want with it. Be creative with it. Do what you want with it. Like, have fun. So, and then this part is button press, run, that red. Timer 01. So this is the timer. So I added a timer. So now this button links to a timer. So you gotta open the timer. So, and what this timer does is, then you would add a timer, and to add timers, you right click here, and then you go to BFBB. No, that's not what you do. Hold on. Yeah. And then you go to your click timer. And then it will make a just blank timer 01. But then you can go here, you click on it, and then you can name it here. So you go to edit header, and then you can name it whatever you want. So that's what you do. So let's open the timer. And I set the timer for 0.5, so very quick time. If you can make it very long if you want, so you can have it reset as long as you can choose how long it takes. That's what using timers is fun, honestly, because you can time how long and they run in the background once you call them to start. Yeah, they're cool. They're fun. Anyway, so this is expired, reset, button red 01. So that means, so now it's not just going to activate to make this go back to here and not move. It's also when you press the button, it's going to do free. It's also going to run the timer to make the button go back to red, so then you can press it again. So then it won't. If you don't do that, your button's going to stay green until you die, or whatever. Because the meaning you can't press if you jump back on the platform and hit it to make it move, and you fall off or whatever. You can't press the button again to bring it back. So you have to kill yourself or reload the level. So yeah, you won't be able to actually. Yeah, so there you go. That's how you set this up. It's a very interesting thing to do. This is why I love Industrial Park. The links, everything about this program is actually very fun to use. Like I said before, at first it's like what. But honestly, it's a great tool, honestly. You can even map up buttons to things, like pad. There's a pad option. Pad? You type in pad, and you can even do something like pad, press, like, down, or press, up on your controller to make things... Yeah, you can do all kinds of shit with this thing. Like, all kinds of shit you can do with this program. It's really cool. And to make this stuff, you need Blender. If you want to make a basic model and make a giant level, yeah, you need Blender, or you need to go on modelresources.com and just take out model from there. But be warned, a lot of those things don't actually import properly in Industrial Park. Like, they don't, unless this is the newest version. They fixed a lot of it, but I hope they did. TechZ said they did. That the later Industrial Parks, you can pull any model in there. It supports it now. That's cool, actually. Yeah, I hope that's the case. But then again, it might not be. I don't know. I don't know I don't know what model resources. I think it does. I don't remember now if it does or not. So, open this. Show you it. Yeah, it's a very like quick thing to do, and it's fun. And we're gonna warp right to my test level because I disabled. It's gonna go right to the test level. And here it is. We also did some more stuff with this. I'll show you before I end the video. We've added a few other things. Like, for example, one of these, I copied and pasted all this stuff to make the R button thing in every video, but I also made it so you can spawn a spatula with one of them. I didn't change this text, but what I did is we just duplicated everything I did the other day, and I just made a new thing. So when I press R, it's gonna give me a spatula. See, it spawns a spatula right there. Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with this program. I'm showing you how to actually do really how to play around with the game even more, so you can so this is gonna bring this back to where it starts. So this you don't want to do the whacking. You don't want to hit it with these small platforms. That's the best option because it's too. Okay, of course you guys have to fall into the bottomless pit, which I didn't put a death plane in there yet. Whoops. It's literally a test map. I don't need it right away. Come on, stupid sponge. I'm joking, but come on, it doesn't work with these things. You have to, either do something, but you have to hit it like this. And the big blocks is easier, but see, it's moving. See, it's moving. It's going on its it's going on its path that I told it to go on. But when I hit the button, it's gonna instantly resets it, and it's back to here. So now it's actually stopped moving until I tell it to start moving by giving it an attack. And there you go. And I can keep doing this. See, I can do it again. So now you can keep resetting the thing. So it's very useful. So if you don't want to, well, you can make a timer too. Oh, we can even do that where I'm not going to do it in this video because it's just, you play around with it. You can make a timer so when you hit this, it doesn't immediately start moving. So you can make it, so you hit this, make a timer so then it will start moving once the timer ends. So what I mean is you can hit it, then you can jump on top of it before the timer starts. Yeah, you can actually do that. That will work. You can do something like that. Yeah, I'm just making these videos to show you all these cool things you can do. Because now I'm showing you things. I'm playing around more of this so I can show you how to control the game more. And even so the move points don't just move and that's all they do. You can actually tell them to stop and start, reset. And this is not just, this is not just for move points. Resetting object can be used for other things you do. You can do, if let's say you open a gate, but you don't want to stay open, and you want it to close, then you have to open it again later. You can, let's say you go through a gate, and then you want enemies to ambush you. You would make the gate close so that when you walk in, then you have to kill the enemies to make the gate open again. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm you can do shit like that. If you do what you want with it, it's your mod. You do what you want with it. And it's a cool thing but you can you can do this. You can hit this, then you can jump on top of it, and then let's say there's electric pole here, or oops, I fell off. Well, that sucks. I don't know, I have to wait all the way for this to come back. Yeah, well, no, because you can just hit this, and there you go. You can restart the challenge without having to wait for it to come back. That's what I'm talking, that's what I mean. But yeah, that's what I meant by the spatula. So, this gives you money, but I have the 100% all the spatula cheat thing on. I mean, all the shiny objects cheats. But yeah, with timers, if you want to make, you don't have to go in another level and grab more talk boxes. You can just copy the talk box, the timer, and everything you used for one, and then replace the name of something. We rename all of them so they're not named the same, and link the timer, and then you just use them again for something else. So then you can use this R button is the exact same one as for the other one. I just renamed it. The text is not changed, but you can change the text. They both say get free money, but one of them says get free money, but it gives you a spatula. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to say I could put unlock spatula. But I didn't change one of them. This is the one that gives you money. The one over there gives you a spatula, and then you can also. You can also switch characters with triggers. With triggers too. You don't have to put bus stops down. You can and then you can really walk in the trigger and switch to Patrick by just telling it to, enter player, switch player character, SpongeBob, and then when you lock in the trigger, you're playing as Patrick. If you have free characters, I'm not sure if it switch between all of them. It might be something else. I don't know how that would work. I'll have to try that. But only Sandy's in this level. But I didn't put any triggers to switch characters yet. But she is in the level. This is not an actual mod I'm making. This is just testing shit out. I'm gonna be using this to port in like electric poles, like stuff that I don't have for BFBB that I have not ported over, like electric things from Murmler, things I want to use to make mod. I can just dump it in here and then see if it works. Then you want to you just organize it. Like when you add stuff to your levels, don't just fold it into like just make it like you make a new layer. Like click add new layers, and then you can dump. Then when you add new model, well, this is a hop file. If you want to add models, you go in the hop and you make a new model layer, and so you don't just fold everything into one spot. So you can easily, if you fold everything into one spot, you have to scroll through the list and find things. But if you fold everything in its organized place, like this layer is for one thing, this layer is for this layer is for buttons and the triggers. It's not all just in one spot. If it's all in one spot, it's gonna be confusing. If you start adding like 20 and 40 things to the level, it's gonna start to get confusing to find everything. So obviously, if it's a big level, you don't want to make too many layers. But like, you know what I mean. Like make that first layer for what the platform is. Well, that's actually a hop file. But the first layer could be like something like, I don't know, all the triggers of the level. No, you need to do, because that needs to be linked to the objects and buttons. So one's for that stuff. The other one could be like for like I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Well, like if you add R buttons, you know, like press R to do this. You can have one layer for just that R button, the next layer for just that R button. So you don't have to find. So let's say you want to make an editor file for something you did that you like. You don't have to go through and find everything for that in case and it's all over the place. You open it's your stuff in that layer. You know everything is needed for it to work is in that area. It's organized. And this is great. Dusty Park has this option. You can put layers together. You don't have to just throw everything in there and then have it be one big mess. You can just because it will be a big mess if you start to throw everything into one area. It'll be a big mess, and then you won't know. It might take you time to find something. And that's how the actual levels are when you want to port something over. Everything's everywhere. Like the textures there's three layers of this, 3 layers of models, but there's no stuff like if you want to take the Wobot, like Wobo Sandy Boss stuff, it's not like there's things everywhere. Default layer has everything that we place stuff in all this stuff. Okay, that's different. But the models and things could be in any layer. They're just everywhere. So that's why when you grab stuff, it's always good to make your own layers. So you don't have to throw everything everywhere. It's like you don't have to look for it if you want, because that'll be a problem. Because that can be a real pain in the ass when you have to find stuff. And that's the only thing about mine in this game that's still annoying. Is when you want to import something and use for yourself, you have to find everything for it to run, and you might miss one thing, and it's like, okay. So they have to keep playing around with it until you get it working. But that's just how it is, though. But it is fun once you get it working. Looks sweet. Then you can use it for your mods. Like these come with the programs. If you're wondering, okay, I need to import. No, this comes with your editor files. Like having platforms are available to you, and move points are available to you in the editor. Like you would go to here, right click on your window here, and then you would go to I don't know, this one, and then it will be move point. Click this. And it will put a move point where you kind of are. And then you can move it to where it just places it kind of where you are in the camera. It will just place it kind of right around here. And then you can move it to where you want it. Or if you want it to be precisely here, then kind of put yourself near here. And then it will be kind of above you, and then you have to put it down. That's what I meant. Or put it up. That's what I meant. But yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that video. Hope it was helpful. See you guys next video. Bye.